afternoon, everybody. We are on our way for a little trip meeting, but today's a special day. Today is Ava's graduation from preschool. So we got that tonight. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have some people over later on for some pizza and subs and stuff like that. But also we are on our way to the store to get her some stuff, get her some cupcakes and stuff like that, and balloons and flowers and all kinds of stuff. But also, Mr. Aiden went through his bank the other day, all his change. You know, he gets change from people giving him stuff, and from me when I get home from work. Usually I'll throw change in his little piggy bank. So he went through it, and we rolled it all, and he had over $100-something. So Mr. Aiden would like to go to the store and see what he can get and see what he can find. What are you going to be looking for? What's our first stop, Aiden? What's our first store we're going to? GameStop. What are you looking for when you go there, my friend?
I don't know. See if there is there.
You want to see what's there? I mean, you're gonna want to get maybe a Minecraft game for your Switch?
I can try. It's gonna be hard.
Why is it gonna be hard?
Because you can't.
Because what? If they make it for the Switch, you can play on the Switch.
I know, but for the different button, for the left one, you have to use for the trigger. You have to use that trigger to mine.
You just gotta learn the different ways to do it. That's all. That's it.
Who did wheel these?
And what else were you gonna look for? That you said you wanted to get Daddy.
I did.
A what? A Deadpool game. I looked into that. Very bloody, but I mean, he does play Fortnite, so I mean, I guess we can go along with that. So we got all that going on today, and we were just talking about a little bit of warfare and stuff right before I started doing the vlog, and Aiden was asking me about World War I, and asking me who we were fighting and everything like that. And I brought up the topic of, well, who was alive, or who was supposedly around during World War I. And who? Yeah, that's right, guys. The Captain America, was around helping us to knock off the Nazis and during all the wars we had. You know, show them who's boss. So.
What made World War II?
I mean, I'm a history person. I don't think I'm failing here. I believe World War II was when Japan bombed us, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on that, and I obviously will look that up because I don't know why I can't think of the history of it. But I think that's when Japan had bombed Pearl Harbor, I believe, and then the attack on us. You know, obviously, we're not going to sit back and be like, oh man, you bombed us, oh well. We kind of retaliate.
What was it?
It was, I think it was an atomic bomb they dropped on Pearl Harbor.
What's a czar bomb?
Huh? Atomic, I said.
But that wouldn't destroy the whole thing.
No, it destroyed most of Pearl Harbor and everything. But, you know, we retaliated, you know. We're not going to just take someone, you know, trying to take over us. The same thing that happened only a couple years ago when Twin Towers went down. Aiden, someone, you know, comes onto our land, into our country, and thinks they can try to, you know, push us around. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We are one of the mega powers, and we're not going to stand by and let people just to try to, you know, bomb us and threaten us. Huh? From what? Twin Towers, yes. It's an unfortunate event. Daddy was actually, I was my first year of college, maybe second year of, community college, and I was sleeping at the time, and started getting messages on my AOL Instagram, instant message, about what was happening, and I wasn't told. I mean, the whole world was it. It was just a shock to the whole world. I mean, we all just sat like in awe of all this was happening, because I mean, they didn't just hit the Twin Towers. They tried hitting into the Pentagon. They tried crashing to a couple other places. Some, obviously, the Twin Towers did get hit. The Pentagon, I think, got partially hit, but they kind of didn't hit. They were exactly where they wanted to hit, like in the center. There were a couple planes that the people on the plane, Aiden, fought back against the terrorists and forced them to bring the plane down. I mean, they killed themselves they sacrificed their lives for us and brought them down into a field because they weren't going to let them destroy America.
So the planes pretty much got sacrificed themselves to kill.
Some, like the planes, that hit the Twin Towers and the ones that hit near the Pentagon was the terrorists flying them into. So they were trying to target, like they were sacrificing themselves for their country to destroy our country. But there were a couple planes that went down into fields that our people were, when they were on the planes, would not allow the terrorists to take them where they were going, and they fought back and forced that plane down, and they saved lots of lives. They unfortunately lost their lives, but they saved a lot of lives. So it was definitely, I said, it was a surreal moment. It really was.
How did the Twin Towers even fall?
Aiden, think about this. How big is a plane? Yeah, when a plane hits into a top of a building, building's gonna explode, and unfortunately they hit up just wherever they hit it, everything's gonna fall down. So everything started falling down, the plane started going down through the towers, and just the whole towers went down. You've seen when a building explodes, it goes, it just goes straight down. That's what happened. And there are some people that got out, some people didn't get out. Obviously our hearts go out to all the people who didn't get out and their families and stuff. But yeah, I said it was definitely a surreal moment. I know, you never met Uncle Eric, but Uncle Eric was working in New York at the time when it happened. He had to walk home from New York back to New Jersey because buses weren't being allowed in and over the bridges and stuff because they were trying to lock down New York so that nothing else could happen. They wanted to make sure they could lock down any other threats that might be happening.
How far was New Jersey?
Very far, Aiden. It probably took him quite a few hours. Yeah, it took him quite a few hours to get home. It was crazy. And I know, Daddy actually, this is when Daddy was working in Radio Shack at the time, which was in a mall. And after all this happened, everything was going on, I had to work. So I, got in my car and I drove to work. And when I got to work, the mall was closed. They closed down the malls because of all the terrorist, stuff that was going on. So, and yeah, I know.
New York's right next to New Jersey.
Yeah, pretty close to it. Yeah, depending on where we're talking, it's up near North Jersey. Not really down South Jersey. It's near more North Jersey. But yeah, it definitely was a surreal moment. But as I said, America's the kind of country we really don't take a lot of stuff from people. We're gonna fight back. We've been fighting our whole lives, I guess you could say. we fought the Civil Wars, we fought Revolutionary Wars. We've gone through a lot of stuff, Aiden. So it's a lot of history. You'll learn all this stuff now as you go through all your third and fourth and fifth and sixth and into high school. You learn all this stuff, and we can talk about it. And Daddy likes the history stuff, and unfortunately, it's sad that I can't remember exactly things right now because I used to be really good at history. But I guess over time, my brain's kind of just conglomerated everything together into one big thing. So, but we are almost at Walmart, so I'll probably talk to you guys all a little bit. You guys are having super days, and I will probably see you guys all a little bit. Well, we're on our way home. Ended up not actually going to GameStop because my fellow co-parent didn't realize how long she was taking doing her shopping and how late it was. We were going out to do ours because we were waiting, so we needed to go to GameStop, but we did get something at our local Walmart. He wanted to use a little bit of his money, so he got himself a new rifle and pistol and vest and all kinds of other gun stuff. So
Vest, two grenades,
a silence,
and a wall, and a silence thing.
a silencer that goes on the end of your pistol. Yeah.
And want to know how much money I still got?
Like $80.
Like 80, 90 bucks.
Yeah, that's what we got. Pretty cool. So add to his gun collection.
Like my guns are the sweetest.
The sweetest. So now I'm gonna drop him off in my in-laws so he can hang out. I'm gonna race home. We're gonna get ready for Ava's graduation. They're gonna get food and stuff, and hopefully, it's sun's out right now. Hopefully it stays that way so she can have her graduation, and we're not gonna be sent all inside. If they'll even do sending us inside, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully it should be some fun times. The whole family gets, most of the family get together, and we'll get everything together, and we'll all hang out and stuff. All right, well, I dropped the boy child off. I'm now gonna race home and see if I can get get ready so we can go to her graduation. As I said, he got the gun. I kept trying to convince him the other stuff. I mean, unfortunately, our local Walmart had pretty much not much stuff in like the employee section, so like he was kind of looking around, and fortunately we were in a rush because we have to get this done. So I wasn't able to kind of sit there and be like, hey, look at stuff. What do you want? Do you want to get this? Kind of was more me rushing him. I showed him a couple video games. I mean, they had Minecraft for Switch, and I figured, I was like, hey, look, Minecraft for Switch, it was like 20 something bucks. I was like, why don't we get that? And he's like, nah, I don't feel like getting it. And I was like, all right. So there's a game for the Xbox called, I think, Man-Eater or whatever, with a shark. And I was trying to figure all these games to see if we can get him to get something, but he chose to get the gun, so that's what he wants. Part of it is he got all those cool guns. He got the assault rifle, he got a vest, he got 2 grenades, as we said. He also got I guess you can say, like, almost like a Desert Eagle kind of gun. It's pretty cool. I mean, when you shoot it, it goes. So, pretty cool. So he was playing with that for a little bit. But, yeah, get home, we get everything together. My sister-in-law is going to get all the food and stuff so that when we get home, we have all our food there. And, we're going to celebrate Ava's graduation, which would be awesome. See if I can get some video of it, post it up for you guys as part of this. We'll see what happens. I mean, it should be a fun night. And then, we'll see. We'll maybe play some games. We actually got her a board game, which, I mean, she's 5, so we're trying to figure out a game that we can get her that she would have fun. It's gonna keep her entertained, I guess you could say. I mean, some games like Chutes and Ladders, she kind of loses interest. We got a game called Don't Wake Daddy. I like that one. Don't Wake Daddy. We're supposed to sneak around and not wake up the dad. So we'll figure out how that game goes.